Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for SUI render and FET price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. We're gonna start with SUI on the daily here, where we have a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 in a wave A or a wave 1. You have an ABC in a wave 2, potentially, of course, finished, and you're looking for another 1, 2 here in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, of course, the orange bracket. And we're looking for another wave 2, probably here to unfold something very bullish towards the upside, 3, 4, 5, and of course 3, 4, 5, again, continuation for higher prices here for SUI. Now, this is the ultimate bullish scenario that it might be, of course, a double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, but you also have a potential scenario 3 waves, zigzag finished in a wave A. You're looking currently for a wave B, and this has to unfold, of course, a wave C toward the upside. This wave C minimum target is 1 to 1 fib level, regular flat on the linear fib level, of course, not logarithmic. We're looking at around the $7 here for SUI, where you might be in an ABC regular flat. You would like to see a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Once you finish, of course, this correction. Now, currently, this correction, which it should be, of course, an A and then B, and you're looking for a wave C, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. The wave 5 should be very, very close to be done and finished. So if we move inside it here on the lower time frame for hours chart, we can see clearly that we have a potential diagonal here as a wave 1, where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 given, wave 4 followed, and you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again, of course, for a wave 5, an impulse that it might have finished currently with a wave 5 as expected in our target 0.618 at 1.66, which is the target for a wave 5 taken from the 1 based on the wave 3 here to give us the uncommon target. Currently, on the micro level, we can see as well that we got kind of like a rebound here, which it can be considered as an impulse toward the upside, where you might be in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as a wave 1, wave 2, 3, 4, 5 continuation towards higher prices, unless it turns, of course, into a zigzag, and we see, of course, further drop for the most common target for this wave 5 at the 1.5 or 54 cents for SUI. So $1.54. So would this be the case scenario? Well, I believe that the SUI has took the low, right, in this correction, and this correction, I would say, can be done because as a wave C, even the structure, it can be, of course, finished over there and done. Unless, of course, the things wants to extend a little bit, probably one more low can be possible, but I believe that even I can read here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even for this last move. So it is time, of course, to push for higher here. For SUI, in case we are very bullish, of course, we're looking for the ultimate, or at least the wave C here, to take the all-time high at $7. Now, what are the possibility to not be here very bullish or to take the all-time high? Well, that means, of course, you might be much more corrective here, and you might be in 3 ways down and then 3 ways up. You fail to take the high, and you dive deeper again in case we are still in a longer correction here for SUI. But it's still very early. Currently, of course, I'm considering this move toward the upside and that the correction here is done and ready for higher prices. Now, this is regarding SUI. If we go to render here, for render, we are looking at a different scenarios here, a different chart as well. So basically, you have an impulse here, wave A or a wave 1, wave B for a wave 2 or a wave B. You can be, of course, in a 1, 2, followed by another impulse, which is another 1, 2. And this is your ultimate bullish scenario, where you might have, of course, a wave 3. However, if this correction is done and finished with a simple drop here, I still doubt it. It is a little bit different than SUI, and I still believe that we still need to finish up a structure here that make balance somehow with this potential correction here, and then start the move toward the upside. And that means, of course, if we are in a W, X, and a Y here, you have a zigzag as a W, you have the X as a triangle, you might require here another structure as a potential A, B, and a C. It can be, of course, something regular flat. It can be very deep as a zigzag, but I doubt it. What I think also, it can be something like a regular flat or running flat here, or even simply like a zigzag like that. Yeah, it can be something very complex. It can be triangle, but I doubt it, that because of course we have already a triangle. Very rare case to get a Y as a triangle. So I think that we might get something like three waves. And currently you finished a wave A, and potentially you're looking for a wave B as a rebound, and you might get later a wave C before we move toward the upside. Unless, of course, the things are going to show a lot of strength, and showing, of course, that we take the high of this triangle and we start, of course, to push impulsively for higher prices. However, for this, we need a better signal, of course, on the lower time frame, which we're gonna see right now. To be very bullish there, what you need, of course, is 5 waves toward the upside impulsive, or, of course, a diagonal. Now, a diagonal, of course, can be possible here, where you might have a zigzag wave 1, wave 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So if this is the case, well, yeah, can be a possibility, right? In case we are moving in a diagonal because, of course, of the zigzag. Now, this scenario, of course, in case that you finished here a potential ABC, I doubt it a little bit. Again, of course, it might be something 3 ways up, because you got like 3 ways down, and then you're looking for something here for kind of like ABC. It can be even ending diagonal or something like this, right? So, and then dropping down for one more move, and then starting the bull run. And this is gonna finish the major wave Y that we were talking about on the daily. So by all means, this diagonal is very likely to happen as well, because I'm expecting a rebound here for the crypto market. It is time, guys, to see something as moving up, even for Bitcoin, because it might take the diagonal there as a 1-2. In case we are bearish, you still need, of course, a rebound for a wave 2, which it is a significant one, right? And I'm still looking for the same for the crypto market. I mean, for the altcoins as well. So this is my vision right now for the crypto market and what we might get, of course, next. For FET, if we take a look also on the daily, is also a little bit different than render and SUI. It's a different structure. And we have, of course, a potential diagonal here. Can be a wave 1 or a wave A. Yeah, very rare case, because you have a 3 waves over there. Unless, of course, it is a part of the wave 2, meaning what you got here, potential wave A and then wave B, and you're looking for kind of like a wave C. Maybe it's going to end up as a running flat or W, X, and a Y to finish a wave 2, meaning a big wave 1, ABC for wave 2, and then you move for higher. Well, can be possibility, but a little bit far. The closest possibility is the wave A here as a potential 3 ways up in W, X, and a Y, and that because of the zigzag. In case you are in a wave A, you're looking right now at something very, very corrective, that it might still take time here. Don't forget that you might be in an A, B, and a C. The wave C can be a diagonal, because the time is very required to create a balance here with the structure. And of course, after a triangle as a wave B or a wave X, of course, you still need to finish up a structure equivalent, of course, to this wave A or a wave W. In case you are in a wave Y, very rare case to be in a triangle, because you have a triangle already before in a wave X. Therefore, you have to look after potential ABC here. Can take the low somewhere, or maybe it's gonna be truncated and start to move for higher. But the time is very, very essential, more than the price here, I believe, since you took the lowest price already with this wick. And I believe whether a diagonal can be unfolding here, moving toward the upside when it is time, and finishing, of course, this corrective structure, or you are in a very, very complex structure. It can be, of course, a running flat. It can be an ABC zigzag. It can be a regular flat. Very low possibility again to be a triangle, but it can be something like this. By all means, I'm looking again for a rebound here, potentially as an A. I'm looking for a wave B and kind of like a wave C. Yeah, so this is what I'm looking for. Now, if I see, of course, a signal of strength for higher prices, and again, which is the same almost scenario like render here on the lower time frame. Since you have a zigzag, what is the possibility to be in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, of course, as diagonal here. So it can be, guys. So yes, of course, it can be, but still a little bit early to call it. But I'm gonna keep it in mind there for the next price action, of course. So basically, you can be even in a potential A, and you're looking at ABC here. The wave C is a diagonal, and then dropping one last drop, and then pushing bullish bull run, of course, for a new all-time high from there. Yep, so these are the possibilities for SUI, render, and FET. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.